I'll go ahead and introduce our next speaker here. He is Representative Bobby Franklin. There we go. And he represents the 43rd District of Georgia. He is on the House Legislative and Congressional Reapportionment Committee, the Informational Audits Committee, Banks and Banking Committee, and Judiciary Committee. He has private sector experience as a corporate controller, a CFO, and business analyst. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome now Representative Bobby Franklin.
Wow. Thank you. Yeah, Dr. Woods, the Georgia General Assembly needs that book, so hurry up and get writing it, okay? You know, it's a great honor to be here and introduce our next speaker. I know you didn't come to hear me, but everything that I would know about Dr. Paul, you know too, so I don't need to tell you the regular biography stuff, but I want to tell you a story of when I was last in Washington, and hopefully it is the last time I will ever go to the belly of the beast. I went and I tried to schedule a time to meet Dr. Paul, and lo and behold, I was granted an appointment, something that doesn't happen with some of our own congressmen that I was not allowed to see from here in Georgia. And not only was I granted the appointment, but unlike when you go to see other people like our own governor here in Georgia, if you can get an appointment, I tried to make one over 3 years ago, and I still haven't been allowed in to see him. But I was allowed in. There was no handler, no staffer. It was just Dr. Paul and myself. Truly a man of the people. So, and it is a great inspiration to me knowing that he is such a no compromise. Does the Constitution allow it? If not, I must vote no. And that's an inspiration to me, and hopefully should be an inspiration to a lot more people that will be coming and running for office soon. So, without further ado, join me in giving a rousing Southern welcome to our Congressman, Dr. Ron Paul.
You've heard it all. You don't need to hear it again. Thank you very much. It's so nice to be here. It looks like the enthusiasm has been continuing since last year, and that's good. It looks like the campaign for liberty is alive and well. And the revolution is alive and well as well. No, this is great. To tell you the truth, starting even back at the beginning of the campaign, I had low expectations. I always have low expectations because I don't like to be disappointed. Somebody said, don't you get really frustrated with being up in Washington? I say, no, I just keep my expectations real low, and then I don't have to worry about too many successes. But I'm always surprised that we as a group do better than I had anticipated. For instance, right now, I think my son's doing better than I first anticipated, too. Now, he admits to me that he's had a slight advantage in, getting his name recognition out there, and he recognizes that, but he also recognizes he has a few liabilities, too, because everything I say and do, he has to answer to, and they can be challenging him as well. But, overall, though, it is an important race, as so many other races are, because you're all part of the same movement, is that a success here or there or everywhere will go a long way, and the people will notice it, and they're starting to notice us already. I know that on occasion there are some straw votes in these various counties or in states, and I find that fascinating. And if these straw votes don't go favorably to the chosen individual, all of a sudden they yell and scream. They say, oh, forget it. It's only because of those nutty Ron Paul supporters that do it to them. And then there's a senator from South Carolina. You know, he's had a few sanctions from, from a few counties. And lo and behold, he's always saying, you know, they're those Ron Paul people. And they asked me about that the other night on television. I said, I don't know. The senator, I said, it's pretty amazing. He's sure giving us a lot of credit. I didn't know we were all that powerful. But we're getting there. I'll tell you, they know what's happening. So there have been some changes in the last couple of years, much more significant than I ever dreamed. In the beginning of the campaign, I had low expectations. More happened than I had dreamed of. I know a lot of others got to the point where they had even higher expectations. But believe me, when you look, if you look at it in a scheme of things over decades of hard work in this area, the last 2 years have been fantastic for our movement, for the ideas of liberty. There has been unbelievable growth and emphasis. Now, did I have a part in that? Yes, I had a part in it, but I wasn't the individual that does it. There is no one individual that makes the entire difference. It's a lot of people together planting seeds out there, and also getting excited about a message and facilitating it, having the various groups and having the internet, and all of a sudden this came together rather well. We got some attention in the campaign, and then I thought it would be over, you know, get rid of this guy. We don't want to hear from him again. And but almost the opposite happened. You know, I'm Fox News Network is their best friend these days. You know? But of course, most of the time it's on economic issues, but that's okay. We can talk about economic issues, and that is very good. So this has continued, and I think it's remarkable. But I think the real reason for all this has been the economic crisis that we're in. And there are others here, Tom and others, and Lou Rockwell's here. I mean, they've been working a long time talking about Austrian free market economics. And, you know, I've been thinking about this Pecora Commission, you know, the new Pecora Commission to take off from the one they had in the 1930s. They met for the first time this week. They're going to figure out, you know, what went wrong and why we have this crisis. And I was interviewed the other day on Bloomberg for this. And I said, well, I don't expect a whole lot to happen from that commission, even though I'm optimistic about what's happening in the country. But from that commission, there are 10 members, former members of Congress, and people that they haven't ever even heard the word Austrian economics, let alone understood it. They have nobody on that commission, and I don't believe they'll interview anybody who made a prediction accurately that we had a crisis brewing and said it was coming. No, they're going to interview and investigate and talk about the individuals who didn't have the vaguest idea it was coming, and they don't have the vaguest idea of how it came about, and they're going to be the experts to find out what we did wrong. That's why I said I have low expectations for that commission too.